Hey guys, OG Albina here, bringing you guys my GDL Season 1 Week 8 Team Builder against Mid Pokemaster and his Kentucky Torracats. Mid is a very good friend of mine, please go check him out in the description below. I feel like I've played him before in Gen 8 on the channel. Oh, we played him in Little Cup, yeah, but I said it there, I'll say it again. His content has definitely vastly improved since last gen. He's been on the grind, he's going to be playing in Academy this upcoming season, he's going to be playing in NCP. So please go check out and give him a look. If you haven't done so already, I definitely recommend it. I don't think you'll regret it in the slightest. But yeah, we're playing against Mid this week. Unfortunately, Mid is out of playoff contention, and we are essentially clinched. So you would think that this game doesn't really matter too much, in all honesty. I thought about potentially bringing memes until I saw and looked at the standings that if we win, we have a very, very, very good chance of getting around one bye. And being that it's a pretty small league when it comes to GDL, there's only 6 coaches that make playoffs. Getting a bye clinches us a spot in the semifinals. This means we only have to win 2 games to win the championship instead of 3. So I'll definitely take those odds. I would really love a bye. I don't have to worry about saving any sets for Mid because unfortunately he's not in playoffs. So I figured we go all out this game. I told Mid, obvious as well. I didn't tell him to bring memes and then bring a full try-hard team and stuff like that. But our main goal this week is to kind of win, secure that bye, because I'll actually give us a pretty sizable break, because after this upcoming week of uploads in week 8, there will be a week off in the GDL when it comes to uploads, and then playoffs will start, so that essentially means a 2-week break if we are able to win this, and I will definitely take that. Any kind of break is nice, honestly, when it comes to mods and the grind and stuff like that. But yeah, this is going to be our team builder, so you're going to see it's actually getting on the Switch this time. I'm kind of doing this in APA. I think the team builder for that goes up after this, but we're going to be doing the same thing in main. I wanted to make the team builders a little bit more visually stimulating, opposed to, how they have been in the past, with just showdown and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing it right here. I don't think we have EVs in week 1 of APA, because I recorded that like a week ago. It's been a while. I was really excited to play that, so I recorded it super early. But we're going to have EVs in here. It'll pop up on the screen and stuff like that. So same kind of deal as usual, but just on the Switch instead, opposed to showdown and stuff like that. We're just gonna show the mods we have and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's jump right into it though. We've kind of rambled on long enough. Our team, if you did forget, or if this is your first time watching our GDL stuff, we have a Gengar, Blaze, Cinderace, Rotom-Mow, Avlug, Kingler, Togekiss, Galarian Stunfisk, Haxorus, Scrafty, and Araquanid. While Mid's team is right below you, you can see it on the screen, but it consists of the Aegislash, Goodra, Gastrodon, Raichu, Hitmonchan, Duosion, Roserade, Claydol, Clefable, and Greedent, which is his Dynamax captain, our Dynamax captain being Kingler. Now, if you look at Mid's team, he is a pretty disgusting Fairy plus Steel kind of action core going on with the Clef plus AG. Very, very annoying. Thankfully, we have Gengar right here, which is a really good mod to actually break through both those. There's not too many mods that do so, but the rest of our team definitely struggle with those too, especially being Clefable. We don't have a Steel type, so I expect a really annoying Clef set to come. But we'll talk about that here in a second. Other than that, I guess that's offensively, I feel like we can handle really anything. It's just meaning that defensive core of AG plus Clef, and then Goodra can be a little bit annoying to pivot around. Goodra is actually really annoying to pivot around if it's like an offensive set, but other than that, I think we can take things on pretty well. Our Kingler is disgusting versus him, minus the Gastrodon, so if we can just chip the Gastrodon a little bit. Kingler looks great this game. Man. And yeah, let's jump into it. So, as you're going to see, our first mod on the screen is going to be our Gengar. We are rocking out with the Cassib Berry as our item. Let's move over a little bit. Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and Taunt. EVs wise, very, very simple this week. We are rocking out with max special attack and max speed. This max speed allows us to speed tie with the Raichu if that thing wants to come, which it definitely could because our ground type is a Galarian Stunfisk. This Pokemon does really well this week though. It lets me break through his team considerably. I thought about potentially going Nasty Block, but I don't see too many setup opportunities. And I really wanted Taunt. I wanted Taunt because this is, as funny as it sounds, this is my main switch into Clefable. This is what I'm going to hard switch into pretty much every time because I don't want to allow that thing to set up a million combines. I don't want to allow it to set up some Cosmic Powers, which I really do expect to come, just because my Fairy Resist is a Gengar and a Galarian Stunfisk, so if it gets up a couple Cosmic Powers, we're not breaking through that. And that makes it really hard for the rest of our team to break, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that come. Excuse me. I just woke up from a nap. I just woke up from a nap before I recorded this. I was, woo. But like I said, this is going to be our main pivot into Clef. It's going to be our main way of dealing with that monster, kind of slowing it down. We have the Kasib for the Age Slash in case it wants to Shadow Sneak us or something like that. Putting it in its blade form, and obviously we'll look at the Shadow Ball from there. So we'll be able to lift that from a pretty decent amount of health. And then Focus Blast is mainly for... What is Focus Blast for? Oh, greet it, just so we're not complete setup fodder for that thing. I mean, I guess we can taunt it, but like, other than that, like if we taunt it on its vocal turn, if I want to, you know, at least do some kind of damage to it, Focus Blast is my best bet in that option. So, yeah, that's going to be Gengar this week. Next up, we have our Kingler rocking out with the Life Orb, Sheer Force ability, Swords Dance, Liquidation, Knockoff, and Agility. We're rocking out with a Double Dance Kingler set. However, its goal isn't to double dance. I know there's not much on his team that I can set up both the Swords Dance and Agility on and still have sufficient health to, you know, be alive. But one or the other should do the trick. So I think Swords Dance, if we can get up webs, which you'll see on a second on the team we do end up bringing, if we can get up webs, SD is phenomenal this game. Nothing lives a +2 hit besides Gastron. Nothing. Everything just dies. Roserade, Goodra, they all die at a max water. Which is pretty insane, or max darkness. Either one goes crazy. We need like 30% to like 30 to like 20 to 30% off on the Gastron to guaranteed knock it out with a +2 max darkness from our Kingler right here. So that's obviously really nice. And then if the Gastron's gone, Agility can do really well as well. If we just chip some things down as like a late game cleaner. Swords Dance is more so for that mid game breaker to really punch a hole through my opponent's team. Once we identify Scarfers and stuff like that, if we can get up webs and we know none of his special attackers are faster than us. We can, sorry, oof, that's brutal, but I'm not re-recording this, I'm sorry. Once we get out that Sword Dance, we just blow through the entirety of his team. So Kingler is, like, phenomenal in this matchup, despite there being a big Gastron there, which you would think, like, hey, that's a pretty good check to Kingler. Not really, especially when we have the option at Dynamax, which is obviously, best case for us. It's a pretty good for us. So, yeah. That's going to be Kingler. Let's move over. Boom. Next, we're going to go to Araquanid. Araquanid's rocking out with the leftovers. Water Bubble ability, Sticky Web, Liquidation, Leech Life, and Giga Drain. EVs wise, oh no, my controllers are dying. We're rocking out with a pretty fun EV spread here. Max HP, 36 attack, 60 defense, 156 special attack, 130. Force for death with a sassy nature. Now, what do all these do? I promise they all have a purpose. With our attack investment, we can 2-hit KO Super Def with Fable. So if it's not max defense, which I'm assuming it probably will be defensive if it comes first to me, but in case it's not max defense, we can 2-hit KO it, and if we nab like a liquidation defense drop on it, we'll be able to 2-hit KO it as well, even if it is defensive. So that's obviously really nice for us. We're not 2-hit KO by Sludge Bomb after rocks and leftovers by Roserade. So this is going to be one of our decent pivots into Roserade. We can set up webs on that thing. Because we don't actually switch into Roserade very well with this team. And we can 2-hit KO Gastron after rocks, and if it doesn't have lefties with our Giga Drain. Which is obviously really good because I do think Gastron is going to be a Fizdef set this week, just because Kingler goes crazy otherwise. And if we find out it's Fizdef, even better because we set up an SD and we kill it with Kingler. So that's obviously really, really good for us. And then we throw the Russian defense just to have that nice little physical bulk. If you look at Mid's team, everything I really need to outspeed all of his potential Scarfers are on the ground. I mean, Scarf played all, I guess. But all of his potential Scarfers are on the ground. And that's kind of mainly what I want to accomplish with my Kingler. I want to make sure that we can outspeed a lot of those Scarfers that are going to be lower tiered than us, like potentially like a Monoscarf, Goodra, stuff like that. And so that we can just outspeed everything on his team in general. After webs, Kingler goes crazy, especially with the Gastron chipped. This is something that can lure in the Gastron and obviously get a bunch of damage off of it with Giga Drain, which is really nice. It gives us a pivot into Roserade, which is very nice as well. So figured Araquanid was pretty solid this week in getting that done. And there's another member on our team, which is next up, that really does appreciate the webs, which is going to be our Haxorus for rocking out the Dragon Fang, Unnerve ability, Swords Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Poison Jab. EVs wise, we are rocking out with 108 HP, 196 attack and 204 speed with a jolly nature. Now, what this allows us to do is we outspeed Roserade, so a +1 even if it's Scarf Rose with Dazzling Gleam. we will be able to outspeed and obviously knock it out with a +1 hit most of the time. And our HP allows us to actually live an uninvested Clefable Moonblast from full. So we can actually live a hit from that, which is pretty nice. Worst comes to worst, if we really need to knock the thing out with like 2 Poison Jabs. That's really nice. If you look at Swords and Hackers and you look at my hit points team, it goes insane this week. Mid speed tiers just aren't very good. In general, the fastest one on Steam is going to be Raichu, and then it drops all the way down to, what is that, Roserade? Yeah, so like this outspeeds everything barring Raichu, which we can actually potentially set up on unless it's like a physical set with Play Rough. And even then, I'm sure we can eat one of the hits. If we can get up with Swords Dance and we have Webs up, nothing's really taking a +2 hit. Clef from absolute full if it's Fist F can take a +2 Poison Jab. Takes like any chip at all, it's dropping. AG doesn't like a +2 Earthquake, and then Dragon Claw hits everything else. Just nukes everything else. That's why we're rocking out with the Dragon thing. Just to do as much damage possible with our Dragon Claws without taking like Life Orb chip or something like that, because I don't want this thing getting chipped if we're trying to set up and take a hit from something. So that's obviously really nice. I think Haxorus goes nuts this game. This is going to be probably our primary win con if we can get up Webs. Even if we don't get up Webs, if we just get rid of the faster threats, we identify these, not Scarf Goodra if we don't have Webs up, that kind of thing. This thing goes nuts this week. So I'm really looking forward to Haxorus. I think that's probably the best matchup it's had all season, despite there being a Clefable sitting right there. So yeah, that's going to be Hax. Next up, we have our Torracats rocking out with the Kabia Berry Serene Grace ability, Air Slash, Flamethrower, Nasty Plot, and Morning Sun. Now, this thing has Flamethrower. It's supposed to have Fire Blast. In my calcs and playing for, preparing for the match, I was calcing for Fire Blast. Well, I had Flamethrower originally, then I started doing some calcs for Fire Blast. It was much nicer for AG. So I wanted to change that, but apparently I completely forgot. So that sucks, but not the biggest deal in the world. So I think some of these calcs are relevant to it having Fire Blast. Yeah, because with our special attack investment, well, let's go over the EVs first. 244 HP, 28 defense, 52 special attack, 4 speed def, and 180 speed with a modest nature. Now, with the 52 investment, at +2, we could Oko max HP AG. So if there's defensive AG, if it was like offensive max HP, we would Oko at +2, which sucks. But it's not the biggest deal in the world. If we get a little bit chip on it, Flamethrower is still going to hurt. We don't have to worry about missing anymore at the very least, which is nice. We have enough speed for Mons Creeping and max speed Scrafty, and then we threw the rest into HP and defense. It serves as a decent pivot into like stuff like Goodra. It can check stuff like Hitmonchan. It can check stuff like the Greedent decently. Not really. We don't do much to it, especially if it Dynamax up. I'm actually really scared of Greedent, if you can't tell, which is something I never thought I would say. But, Togekiss does well otherwise. I wish we had Fire Blast, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. And then lastly, let's move over. Boom. We have our Cinderace rocking out the Heavy Duty Boots, Blaze ability, Powerball, Taunt, U-Turn, and Super Fang. We are rocking out with boom, 100 HP, 220 attack, and a 188 speed with a Jolly nature. Now, this Pokemon's a really good pivot in this game. It gives me a pivot into the Clef. It's kind of a backup plan for that thing. We can Taunt it, Super Fang it down if it's starting to be annoying and getting really bulky and fat. This gives us a good way of breaking the H-Slash. It's a great way to lure in the Gastron, which is something really big. I wanted to switch in and take a Super Fang. I wanted to switch in and take a U-Turn, that kind of thing. Force it down and get pretty low. It's a really good offensive mon, though. He doesn't really have the best switch-ins to Pyro Ball, in all honesty, on his team. EVs-wise, we have enough attack to Oko, to 3-hit KO offensive Goodra with leftovers. So if he's like no HP Goodra, but he has lefties, we will 3-hit KO with Pyro Ball. And then we have enough speed for Raichu, and then we just do the rest into HP. Nice little decent bulky pivot. Again, mainly going to serve as a backup parent for that Clef. It's going to serve just an annoyance, kind of super fanging things down. Throwing off Pyro Balls and U-turns, stuff like that, being annoying. Taunting to prevent some hazards from like stuff like Roserade or Roserade. What's his other? I mean, he has a Rocker and Claydol, but like we don't really take that on very well. We can U-turn out on it and do like a million. But yeah, that's gonna be the team this week. I think it matches up pretty well. I like the team a lot. It's very, very offensive. So we're gonna have to play it very, very aggressively, but I think we do have the team in order to take it on this week. So hopefully we can win, nab that bye going forward, so we can have a couple weeks off just to relax and get ready for semis and all this stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, and I will see you guys tomorrow with the battle, as well as our week 1 of APA. Woo! No, not tomorrow. 2 days with the battle. I'm uploading this 2 days before because I want to upload my APA Teambuilder tomorrow. and then on Sunday we'll get 2 battles, which is pretty cool. So 2 battles. Be sure to stick around for those. Thank you guys so much for watching. Later.